This is a song that I wrote for my grandma and grandpa because the only thing I ever remember him calling her was sweetheart. He turned the corner in his Ford. She was standing by the road, the prettiest blue-eyed blonde he'd ever seen. He was a brown-eyed, handsome man. He reached for her, she took his hand, and that's the way they started, so I'm told. And she'll be sleeping in her sweetheart's arms tonight. Yes, they'll be dancing by the light of God's pure light. For 20 years she's been alone, but tonight she's going home, and she'll be sleeping in her sweetheart's arms tonight. Took her home, made her his wife. For 30 years they shared a life. 4 children through the laughter and the tears. She cooked his supper every night while he sang by candlelight. His sweetheart was the only name he used, and he'll be sleeping in his sweetheart's arms tonight. Yes, they'll be dancing by the light of God's pure light. For 30 years he's been alone, but tonight he's going home, and he'll be sleeping in his sweetheart's arms tonight. He's been gone now 40 years, still his memory's so clear. In her heart those years she stayed right by his side. But now at 94 she thinks she hears him at her door. And soon they will be side by side once more, and she'll be sleeping in her sweetheart's arms tonight. Yes, they'll be dancing by the light of God's pure light. For 40 years she's been alone, but tonight she's going home, and she'll be sleeping in her sweetheart's arms tonight. This next song is also a grandpa song. It was co-written with my good friend Jim Brindle. We call him Cotton, from down in Rock Hill. And it's about that substance that they call Marvel Mystery Oil, which is something you put in your car's engine. You can get it at the Walmart. So here's Marvel Mystery Oil. Grandpa was a technical man, a mechanic by trade. He worked on Bukes and Chevrolets outside in the shade of a big oak tree in the back of his house. When it rained, he worked in the barn. Some of my fondest memories are from Granddaddy's farm. And some said he was a genius, the way he made those engines run. But for him it didn't seem like work, near as much as fun. But he had a secret weapon. When they asked him, he just lied. To everyone but his grandson, in me he did confide. It's that marvel mystery oil, cures the ills of your engine's toils. Ain't many things that work as well as that marvel mystery oil. Poured it in their crankcase and he added it to their gas. And it seemed the more he added, the longer they would last. Sometimes I would help him, I handed him his tools, but when they came to get their car he'd say, remember the rules. 'Cause it's that marvel mystery oil, cures the ills of your engine's toils. There ain't many things that work as well as that marvel mystery oil. Now Grandpa had an old guitar and I loved to hear him play. He'd play and sing at the evening at the end of every day. And as he played he sipped from a tin cup that was sitting by his side. When I asked him what was in it, this he would reply. It's that marvel mystery oil, cures the ills of your engine's toils. There ain't many things that work as well as that marvel mystery oil. That was a long time ago, many years now he's been gone. But my kids still love the stories about him and his mountain home. So when I pour myself a shot, the kids all want to know. So I tell them the same story he told me long ago. I say it's that marvel mystery oil, cures the ills of your engine's toils. Many things that work as well as that marvel mystery oil. Yes, it's that marvel mystery oil, cures the ills of your engine's toils. There ain't many things that work as well as that marvel mystery oil. There ain't many things that work as well as that marvel mystery oil. This is the title track from my latest album, which is called Home to Me. I don't think that I'll forget the first time our eyes met. You were sitting there, a stranger in the next chair. I said hello, you halfway smiled. I caught you look my way once or twice, and you were oh so cool. And babe, I wanted you. With just one touch, you brought me to my knees, took my breath, my heart, oh, can't you see? You feel like home to me. We were traveling down two different roads. We went our separate ways, but they've converged, and now here we are. It's looking good so far. You give me calm, you give me peace. Your arms surround me like a satin sheet. You keep me safe and warm, my shelter from the storm. With just one touch, you brought me to my knees, memories took my breath, my heart, oh, can't you see? You feel like home to me, just like home to me. I've been waiting for you all my life. You're the one I prayed for every night, and now you're finally here. You know it seems so clear. Now you're not ever getting rid of me. I'm here to stay, you know I play for keeps. It's how it's gonna be. So don't you ever leave. Just one touch, you brought me to my knees. Took my breath, my heart, oh, can't you see? You feel like home to me, so much like home to me. And if home is where the heart is, then I'm making mine with you. Wherever you may go, you know that's where I'll follow you. 'Cause you feel like home to me, just like home to me. One is called Crystal Glass of Romance. Faces smiling, passing, asking more than they do tell. A hand reached out, is searching, half the questions still unheld. And I think of all my memories, the loves that I have known, all the roads that I have traveled, for most were not alone. And if I never find another magic world of love again, I will still go on believing, knowing full well where I've been. For I have tasted the wine from a crystal glass of romance, known the warmth of love as the snow lay on the ground. And I have been 1,000 times where some people only dream of, known the peace of mind that the lonely never find. The eyes tell such a story that the words never explain. The traces of the tears last a long time past the rain. Now there's a fear somewhere in all of us of things we've never seen. But when you've been somewhere in love, a part of you remains. And if I never find another magic world of love again, I will still go on believing, knowing full well where I've been. For I have tasted the wine from a crystal glass of romance, known the warmth of love as the snow lay on the ground. And I have been 1,000 times where some people only dream of, known the peace of mind that the lonely never find. To the lonely go my memories with the secrets they contain. To the ones who've lost their hope for life I give my dreams. For the wine may be expensive and the bitter it may seem, when the cup is returned empty to a world that's filled with rain. Even though the hands are left searching, at least it's touched the world. For dreamers all will tell you what the world can do to dreams. But they can't destroy a memory, the things the heart has seen. And the heart, my friend, remembers even longer than the dreams. And if I never find another magic world of love again, I will still go on believing, knowing full well where I've been. For I have tasted the wine from a crystal glass of romance, I've known the warmth of love as the snow lay on the ground. And I have been 1,000 times where some people only dream of. I've known the peace of mind that the lonely never find. This is another PJ and Cotton original, co-written with my good friend Jim Brindle, who sometimes forgets I'm a girl because it's called Glass Man. But it's sort of a statement on the state of affairs of the world today. And it goes like this. Just a glass man in a wooden boat, trying to keep my dreams afloat, without getting splinters, without going broke, or falling off the edge of the world. I've seen the death of common sense, the misuse of experience, but we're still going in any event, like fine china on a tilted world. So heave-ho and do-si-do, where we'll end up nobody knows. Just jump in and hold your nose. Maybe we'll make it till tomorrow. It's crazy times for the human race. There's people dying all over the place, and others vanish without a trace. I wonder if they've seen Jimmy Hoffa. There's children playing with guns in the street. They'll steal the Nikes right off your feet. The 6 o'clock news is on the beat, and we'll hear about it later on Oprah. So heave-ho and do-si-do, where we'll end up nobody knows. Just jump in and hold your nose. Maybe we'll make it till tomorrow. So heave-ho and do-si-do, where we'll end up nobody knows. Just jump in and hold your nose. Maybe we'll make it till tomorrow. Yes, maybe we'll make it till tomorrow. This is my gospel tune. I call this one Get Down on My Knees. When I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees. Oh, when I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees and I pray. When I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees and I cry, Father, won't you help me? Please, Father, rescue me. Now I'm so tired of wandering aimless and alone. Gotten off the beaten path, can't find my way back home. Like Jesus in the wilderness, I cry and I moan and I cry, Father, won't you help me? Please, Father, lead me home. 'Cause when I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees. Oh, when I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees and I pray. When I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees and I cry, Father, won't you help me? Please, Father, rescue me. Now this world is full of sorrow, this world is full of pain. I've had my share of heartaches, I've seen my share of rain. But when I just can't take another step, another day, I call upon my Father and He always lights my way. 'Cause when I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees. Oh, when I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees and I pray. When I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees and I cry, Father, won't you help me? Please, Father, rescue me. There's a home that waits for me far above this world. There'll be no more sorrow, there'll be only love. My friends and family wait for me, I can't wait to go. But until my time has come, this is what I know. And when I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees. Oh, when I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees and I pray. When I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees and I cry, Father, won't you help me? Please, Father, rescue me. Oh, when I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees. When I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees and I pray. When I've nowhere left to go, I get down on my knees and I cry, Father, won't you help me? Please, Father, rescue me. Oh, Father, won't you help me? Please, Father, rescue me. Thanks, y'all.
Welcome back to the Tony D. Now Show. We're here with PJ Brunson and PJ. That was fantastic.
Thank you,
I
Tony.
mean, I really enjoyed it. You know, I was in the back listening to you and watching, and I'll tell you, you are wonderful.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you.
I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Okay, you're from South Carolina.
I am from Rock Hill.
And but you're not originally from South Carolina.
Not originally from there. I was actually born in El Paso, Texas, so I can claim big things. They say if you're from Texas, you can do that, even though it was a very short stint. But I grew up outside of Columbia, South Carolina. My mother and dad were both from a little town called Sumter, spelled without the P but pronounced with it, you know. And then we moved to a little town called Lugoff, which is just outside of Camden, because my dad worked for DuPont. So that's where my mom and brother still are. So. But I came to Rock Hill through, went to Winthrop College and graduated from there. Rock Hill was home for a little while, then I lived in Charlotte for quite a few years and then moved back to Rock Hill. So that's home.
Okay, you've been tagged as a female James Taylor, right?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
It's funny how you get labels like that. Even I'll take that one because I love James Taylor. I was playing this little bar down in York, a restaurant bar called the Coal Yard, and Jessica, who was the second generation owner of it, was the one who booked me for the entertainment down there, and she just happened to tell me one time, well, when people want to know what kind of music you do, I just tell them you're the female James Taylor, because, you know, you're kind of laid back and easy listening, and you're real smooth on the guitar, and a little bit country, a little bit folk, a little bit pop, a little bit blues, you know. She said, you're the female James Taylor. I said, I'll take it. So.
Okay. I understand that the media has been very kind to you.
I've been lucky.
Okay, tell us about that. Tell us about some of that.
Well, let's see. I've had some wonderful radio interviews in the last year or two. WSGE out of Gaston College. I don't know if you know Tim Green down there and Alan Taylor. Those guys have been real good to me. They had me on for a spotlight event. They big supporters of live indie music down there. And I was in Tampa, Florida earlier in the year and did a little spot on WMNF, that's hard to say 3 times, which is the community radio station down in Tampa, Florida. Tampa's a really cool area, I like that. So I got to do that. The Evening Herald is the Rock Hill paper, and those guys have always been real good to me over the years. Oh, and my most recent thing, there's a fellow out of Nashville, Tennessee, that did an artist spotlight for me on Music City News, and he really did a beautiful. I was humbled. He was very kind to me. So I don't know why they write that stuff, but it's an honor. Glad they like it, you know.
Yeah. And you went to school for music, or?
I started off as a music major. I was offered a scholarship to Limestone College, which is in Gaffney, not far from Rock Hill, as a classical guitar major. But I discovered early on that I was competing with people who had studied theory since they were 3, and I came in knowing what guitar chords were, and that was about it. And I had actually never intended to major in music. My guidance counselor suggested I go for a weekend just to get away, and they offered me a scholarship, and I thought, well, I'll major in English too. So about midway through, I transferred to Winthrop and majored in English and communications. But it's been an interesting dual path my entire life since then, actually. It's sort of split down the middle because I'm actually a technical writer by trade and a musician by night, so those 2 paths have kind of run parallel.
But you started out playing a piano?
Piano was my first instrument, yeah. And I still perform piano. In fact, I have I play with a violinist in a duo that we call Ananda, and we are sort of, we call it Celtic Classical New Age Fusion. If you think of Yanni and Jim Brickman, and I don't know if you remember who Wyndham Hill is, George Winston, those guys. I compose piano instrumentals, and Lori has started composing too. So we just perform instrumental stuff. In fact, we're in the middle of planning a tour to Ireland this year. So we're going to be touring for about 10 days, performing in little places in Ireland. We're very excited about that.
Okay. When did you start playing guitar, and why did you start playing guitar?
Well,
piano?
That's a DuPont story. My mother and dad had bought my brother a guitar, and he never picked it up. And, I had been playing piano, and when we moved, my dad was working shift work. So I couldn't bang on my piano when he was trying to sleep during the day because he had to work at night. So I had to play something. So I asked my brother, said, "Are you going to play that thing?" He goes, "I don't think so." So I took it from him. It was a little Sears Silvertone, and the strings must have been that far off the frets. But it came up with this string strap around it, and I'd sling that thing across my back and hop on my bicycle and ride out to the woods and sit there and watch the sunset and play that little. I had worn the paint off the fretboard. That's how much I played it. So I must have really wanted to learn how to play it. But
time is just about up,
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's been a real pleasure,
We need
Tony.
to, yeah. It has really been a pleasure having you. It really has, and we need to get together.
We do. We need to harmonize or something.
Do something. Do something. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Okay, folks. That's it. That's the Tony D Now show. One more show under our belt. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.